Coming up in the morning edition, Exuma gets a new government dock. Clifton Heritage recreates a slave village. And let's get a taste of Tony's jerk. Good morning and welcome to the morning edition. I'm LaDawn Davis. Thank you so much for waking up with us. And joining us live here on the morning edition to tell us how things are shaping up weather-wise is Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good morning, Basil.
Good morning, LaDawn. Our ZNS tower cam is picking up partly cloudy skies over the Capitol and outside of our studios right now. We're also enjoying partly cloudy conditions, temperature around 73 degrees. We have the winds are out of the southeast at 6 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,019.7 millibars, that's 30.11 inches, and it is rising. Temperatures around the islands this morning. Temperatures around the islands this morning. We're picking up 72 degrees in Grand Toll Key, also Freeport and Grand Bahama Marsh Harbor at 73 degrees. In the Berry Islands, 76, 75 in Alistan, Bimini. Harbor Island, 75, also Roxanne, Lutra, 75, and that extends right into Artistan, Cat Island, Stanley Key in Exuma Chain, Kemp Space on Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros. In San Salvador and Rum Key, more 75s, 76 in Clarencetown, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Maguana, Acklands, and Ragged Island. Matchitown and was 77, and the Turks and Caicos Islands also 77 degrees. Your boating forecast for today: southeasterly winds at 12 to 18 knots in the northwest and central islands. Those wave heights, they're going to be around 3 to 6 feet. Low tide 6:49 this morning, high tide at 12:41 in the afternoon. For the southeast bombers, caution flags are up. Southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, very choppy seas at 4 to 7 feet over the ocean. And that's going to do it for your first look at weather in the morning edition. Stay tuned. Your forecast for today tonight is still ahead.
Thanks a lot, Basil. Meanwhile, our Vaughn Aubrey is standing by with traffic police with a look at what's happening on our streets this morning. Hello, Vaughn.
Thanks, LaDawn. We are here on busy Ruel Road as many persons make their way from southern New Providence, including busy Carmichael Road onto Blue Road, going north to town and to school. With me, Sergeant Jerome Thompson of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, the Traffic Division. What are the obstacles and challenges along this busy thoroughfare?
Good morning to you, good morning, Bahamas. As you can see, already there's a heavy volume of traffic building up. And we also have a very heavy pedestrian traffic in this area as well, both students and regular working persons.
Now, from what I see, there are a number of persons coming out of Crab Apple Street, which is on my right, trying to get onto the main fair. Does that present a challenge?
Yes, it does present a challenge. Persons who would come off the Malcolm Road area, they would divert to the side corner.
Shortcut.
To make a shortcut. And sometimes when persons would have stopped on the main thoroughfare to allow maybe one or two vehicles out of the corner, sometimes you believe these vehicles are trained or they're attached to each other, where everyone tries to exit the corner one time once someone allows them.
So you're really letting one or two out, just a few, but everyone?
Everyone forces their way out at once, and this sometimes enrages drivers, and this sometimes causes road rage, and sometimes this causes physical altercations on the road. And we don't need that, and we don't want that. Also, it causes obstruction to traffic as well for the northern and southbound traffic flow.
So what do you recommend to those who are using these side corners? Because this is not the only area of New Providence that experiences this.
No, this happens throughout New Providence. We like persons to drive with extreme caution and care, with due care and attention. And in the words of our force chaplain, Father Davies, when all else fails, let common sense prevail.
There you go. When all
else fails, allow common sense to prevail.
That's my cousin, Father Stephen Davies, chaplain of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. So already, it's just after 7, and already the traffic has begun to build up here on busy Blue Hill Road. So guess what? Take your time. Pace yourself, because the traffic will continue to move. I'm Vaughn Aubrey. Back to you in the studio, LaDawn.
Thanks a lot, Vaughn. Now on to our top story this morning. Officials from the Ministry of Work signed a $480,000 contract with SJK Engineering and Construction Company, Limited Monday for the reconstruction of the government dock in Barataria, Exuma. The dock is considered the gateway to the Exuma Keys and is also used regularly by locals and thousands of visitors each year. The 28-year-old structure is now in a state of disrepair. Works Minister the Honorable Desmond Bannister said the work will take 12 weeks to complete. He also talked about the scope of works that will be carried out.
Construction of a 12-foot wide by 140-foot long, L-shaped, and to retain the distinct character is going to be a timber dock, which is not going to allow vehicular access. We do not want you to take pride in your community. Please do not let any vehicles go on this dock. Concrete repairs to the concrete approach section and to the ramp. Dredging in the area of the vicinity of the dock, because I understand the mailboat can't get in here.
The Clifton Heritage Site in Western New Providence continues to evolve. Historic preservation architect Professor Colin Brooker is here to continue discussions on the historic slave site. Chairperson of the Clifton Heritage Authority, Sean Ferguson, outlined plans for the 208-acre of land.
We have plans to get the wetlands back. We have plans to get birds back. We have plans to have experiential tours. Some of them have already started. So that when you come here and you go to the slave village, you'll see gardens with the type of things that the slaves grew. They were able to grow things for their own sustenance, and they were also able to take them to town, to market. Can you imagine? For us, we drove out here. Can you imagine they're taking their goods all the way to town? So they did that. And then along the coast, that's principally where the Lucayans lived. We are about to rebuild or to recreate a Lucayan village so people can come and see exactly how the Lucayans lived.
Former Commissioner of Police Reginald Ferguson is one of many Bahamians expected to be recognized for his unselfish contributions to nation building by the Queen sometime this year. In the past, Ferguson received a Long Service and Good Conduct Award, a Meritorious Award, and in 2001 he received the Queen's Police Medal. All of these awards, Ferguson says, he did not expect to achieve, but nonetheless, he is grateful.
When I was notified by Government House about the OBE, I hear about that, but I didn't exactly know. But since then, I've read up on it and see what it was all about, and I saw where it was being awarded for what they consider some kind of outstanding service, in my case, through policing, and I am happy about it.
We continue this morning highlighting students who have performed well in the BJC National Examinations. 10th grade student from the Samuel Guy Pinder All-Age School in Spanish Walsey, Luthera, 14-year-old Deontay Anderson achieved 6 A's and 1 B in the BJC National Examinations. The aspiring psychologist says after completing high school, she plans to attend the University of the Bahamas for 2 years and then attend a college of her choice in Canada. The Family Island student says preparations for the examinations did not come easy, but nonetheless, she is pleased with her overall performance.
There was a lot of studying required. My parents helped me a lot. It was long nights. I had to stay up late. BJC classes. It was a lot.
Were you surprised at all with 6 A's?
I was actually. I didn't expect that at all. I kind of kept my expectations low so that, I could be surprised in the long run, but it surprised me.
And while Deontay agrees that students in the Family Islands don't have the amenities and resources of students here in the capital and the nation's second city, she still used the opportunity to encourage the students to continue to excel.
It's always going to seem hard at first, but you have to keep on going because otherwise there'll be nothing else to keep pushing you. So you always have to keep telling yourself to stay strong and then depend on others, your family members, because they'll help you along too.
The Ministry of Tourism's Flyaway campaign is now in full effect, and officials hope that the $40 million followers of rock star legend Lenny Kravitz will be motivated to find their way here to the Bahamas. Jiminy DeSwain tells us more about the launch and how long this partnership will be in place.
Its beauty is unmatched. There's other beautiful places. This place is stunning. The people are amazing.
Glowing words about the country that he calls home. Rock star Lenny Kravitz is in love with the Bahamas. He features prominently in the Flyaway campaign with his song and his image against the backdrop of pristine waters. Tourism Director General Joy Gibberlew explains how the campaign will be maximized and how the Bahamas will benefit.
And all that we get in addition for this that we could never pay for, his global reach, his association with other world brands, so just priceless, our relationship with him. Will we actually have a contract with Lenny for the use of this song for the next 2 years? And then we're looking beyond that as well, if the interest is there and if there are other opportunities that exist.
Tourism and Aviation Minister the Honorable Dionisio de Aguilar notes that Kravitz has more than 40 million followers on social media, which is an added draw. But the minister notes that Kravitz is promoting the Bahamas in other ways already.
And you would have recently seen that he started an advertising campaign with Tumi. He had it in the Bahamas. All of that adds to the power of Lenny Kravitz, and all of that we don't have to pay for.
The campaign storytellers introduced the world to pineapple farmer Lady Di of Eleuthera and boat captain Ryan Neely of Spanish Wells Fishing Charters. The Director General says 6 stories have already been produced by Tambourine, with more on the way.
We've produced 3 for Eleuthera and Harbour Island. We've done 1 of Freeport so far, and we've done 3 of, so it's 7 of NASSAU. They've just finished filming in Exuma, where they're going to roll out stories, and it's budgetary. The budget is such that we can probably only do 3 islands per year. Every island is clamoring to be the next on the list because they see the impact that these stories are having on people wanting to visit the islands.
Jiminy DeSwain, ZNS Network News.
And still to come, we are going down to Fox Hill Village to visit Tony's Jerk. That and more when the morning edition comes. We're right back. Welcome back to the Morning Edition. We know Bahamians love to eat, and they love to eat good food. Tanya Smith-Cartwright recently visited Tony's Jerk and filed this delicious report.
Welcome to Tony's. Can I take your order? Nestled in the valley of Fox Hill Village is a place that is synonymous with good food and good conversation. Tony's Jerk is a one-of-a-kind jerk pit that once the customers taste the mouth-watering food, they must come back. Proprietor of Tony's Jerk, Anthony Tony Brown, tells us of how he got started.
It's been at least, 21 years?
I think 21. I remember 1997, around that time. It's been a long, we've just aged ourselves, but it's been a long time. What inspired this?
The fact that I had the jerk from someplace else, and it was okay. And I just told myself, I could do this better than this.
Right.
And then I fooled around with it, started off, like I told you before, in the little kindergarten desk, and then it's grown to this.
Right.
And then the rice came onto the plate from this young lady.
From Miss
Yeah,
Trish.
we decided to put the rice on, It started as a plate stuffer, to be real. But now it's something that most people look for. Folks come here and there's no rice, they don't buy the food.
Oh, right, because that rice is something special, it really is.
Yeah, I think it is. I don't want, I'm not the best person in the world, but I can cook.
After all these years, Tony has never, ever shared his jerk-making secrets with anyone. Will ZNS be lucky and get the sauce recipe and mixology today? Let's zoom in and see. So, are you at liberty to tell us what's about this secret sauce that you have?
Yes, I am.
Oh, Oh, wow.
What if I tell you I gotta kill you?
Oh, goodness. So I'm not going to know what that sauce is about.
No, ma'am.
Tony, what are we going to start with now? What are we making?
Well, I'll do you a combination. That's the house special.
All right.
That's chicken, ribs, pork, rice, corn, and the roll that isn't here yet. You normally get a roll with your meal.
Oh, wow. Sounds good.
So to give you everything we have here in the house, okay?
A combination. That's what we're doing now.
Don't do the pork. That's it.
Right.
Chop it up. We don't normally put this in the same pot, but just because I'm doing this one for you, and I know you eat everything.
Okay, so we didn't quite get the recipe, but at least we know how he prepares it and how great it tastes and looks. For ZNS Network News, this is Tanya Smith-Cartwright saying...
Good morning from Tony's Jerk.
Great story there, Tanya. Junkanoo is our main cultural expression, and it's just not limited to New Providence. Our islands have the same expression and take pride in showing they are just as good as the big guys. Here's Charles Fisher.
The 140-member strong Harbor Boys, under the leadership of Theodore Challo, celebrating their Eleuthera Junkanoo win. Their theme, the kid in us.
It was great, man. It was great. It's a nice victory. We didn't have all our competitors there, but we did a good job and it was a good experience. It was a good feeling. We had a clean sweep. We won most all of our categories. It was good.
A community-oriented group with one goal in mind.
Well, to me, you got to give back to the community. It is a good feeling to see the people come and enjoy themselves and drink and eat and have good, clean fun.
As for the future of Junkanoo on the island,
we have Junkanoo on the majority rule holiday weekend, and a lot of people are starting to come out. They have the groups, Harbor Island Group, Rock Sound, Tarpon Bay, Savannah Sound, and the groups is picking up. We're trying to get Hatchet Bay on board and another group out of Tarpon Bay as well.
Congratulations to the Harbor Boys. For the ZNS News Network, I'm Charles Fisher.
So Fisher, it looks like you had a great time over there.
A great time in Eleuthera with my cameraman Randy Knowles. We were able to get a lot of stories, and we're going to show them all throughout the week on the morning edition. Eleuthera's a nice place.
It really is.
Randy's from there, you're from there.
Harbor Island, to be exact.
Okay.
What's coming up in sports?
Well, coming up in sports, the private school basketball championship got started yesterday over at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. Exciting just as it was in the government schools. So
that and more ahead in sports.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
In sports, I'm Charles Fisher. The private school basketball championships off and running Monday over at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. In junior girls play, the Big Red Machine of Sac upset the pennant winners, Queens College Comets, 40-32.
Obviously to win. Our girls, they were a little confident. They didn't have total confidence because they started out a little bit scared. But, it is anybody's game at any given time because if you look at it, we only had 6 teams this year. And so it all depends on what how you came out in the regular season. We only lost 2 games, but, it's against who beat who. And so that dropped us into 4th spot. But regardless of that, we knew we had to come out here and we had to do what we were supposed to do.
Now in junior boys play, Queens College and Sac hooking up once again, but this time, this one all Comets as they fly by the Big Red Machine, 36-17.
But we played them in the regular season and we handled them pretty well. We knew what they were about, so I really just told them to stay focused and let's execute our game plan. We've been practicing for the pressure though, so it wasn't really a whole lot of pressure. We just want to execute and play our style of basketball.
We played this team, we lost to them twice early on from tournament play and season play. I really thought the team would have come up with a little bit better effort this evening. I mean, knowing the way our team is capable of playing, I just told them it's just a matter of guts and will. We just have to stop the turnovers and try to just execute better offensively.
I don't know how the refs were able to call this senior girls game as both teams were in the same colors, but since you must know, it was the Giants of St. John's taking on the Saints of Kingsway, and this one was no match at all as the Jolly Green Giants go marching on to the tune of 57-7.
We're working on our defense now for the last 2 years, and it showed up tonight, We always run the 2-2-1, and that 2-2-1 paid off us dividends for the last, and the whole year gone for the last 18 games, Scrimmage
matches and all the tournament play, this defense paid off dividends. And, you know, we're looking forward to continuing straight into the championship and winning everything.
I would say our girls, they didn't play with heart, they didn't stick to the game plan, but hopefully next year we'll be back here. This is the first time we were here for a long time, in 3 years, and so they did their best.
And for the senior boys finale, the Jolly Green Giants stomping to a W in this one as well over the Saints 65-57. The other half of the sudden death playoffs will bounce today. Organizers of the St. Valentine's Catch Me If You Can regatta revealing plans for this weekend's big event. Clyde Roll will skipper the Lady in Red, all in memory for the late Eliezer Baba J. Johnson.
This one is going to be for Baba. And if it blows from 0 to 50 knots wind, we're going to sail. And I know the harder it blows, the easier it is for the A-class to catch the Lady Natalie. But this time we're gonna have something special in store for them. And there's no way they're gonna catch the Lady in Red this time. This one is for Baba. And I'm gonna do everything within my power along with my crew. And we're gonna savor this one for the memory of the legendary Eliezer Sailing Baba Johnson.
And that's going to be my time for sports. Thanks for watching. I'm Charles Fisher.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
In our final look at weather, we'll get you started with a satellite discussion. We still have that high pressure in place, but it will begin relaxing tonight, just ahead of a cold front, which we anticipate will get into the northwest Bahamas tomorrow afternoon. But until then, today we're looking at partly sunny and warm conditions, slight chance of a passing shower, high temperature getting up to 79 degrees. And tonight we're looking at partly cloudy conditions again, with some showers developing late during the morning hours, but still on the mild side, a low temperature around 69 degrees. And your extended weather forecast over the next 7 days, we're going to get warm up a bit just ahead of that front. A few showers right into Thursday. Friday, it's starting to clear up, and the weekend is looking excellent with lots of sunshine in the forecast. LaDawn?
That's going to do it for the morning edition. Before we leave, let's say a big special happy birthday to our Altavis Munnings, who celebrates her birthday today. Have a good one, Alto. Be sure to meet us right back here for our 2-hour newscast starting at 6 p.m. tonight. Once again, I'm LaDawn Davis. Have a great day.